Why climate change may mean the end of the world as we know it. The effects of climate change have become increasingly apparent in recent years. From rising sea levels to more frequent and intense natural disasters, the impact of human activities on the environment is becoming impossible to ignore. Despite the overwhelming evidence, however, there are still those who deny the existence of climate change or argue that it is not caused by human actions. The reality is that climate change is not only real, but it poses a significant threat to the planet and to humanity itself. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) warns that we are rapidly approaching a point of no return, beyond which the effects of climate change will be irreversible and catastrophic. The IPCC has called for urgent action to limit global warming to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, in order to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. The consequences of failing to take action on climate change are dire. Rising temperatures will lead to more frequent and intense heat waves, which will cause widespread crop failures and food shortages. Sea levels will continue to rise, putting low-lying areas and coastal cities at risk of flooding and displacement. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones will become more frequent and destructive, resulting in loss of life and widespread damage to infrastructure. Perhaps most concerning of all is the potential for climate change to trigger feedback loops that could lead to runaway warming. As the planet warms, it releases more greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, which in turn further contribute to warming. The melting of Arctic sea ice, for example, exposes dark ocean water that absorbs more heat than ice, leading to even more melting and warming. Despite the severity of the situation, many governments and individuals remain reluctant to take meaningful action on climate change. This is often due to the perceived economic costs of transitioning to a low-carbon economy, as well as political opposition from industries that rely on fossil fuels. However, the reality is that the cost of inaction will be far greater than the cost of action. We are at a critical juncture in human history, and the decisions we make today will have profound implications for generations to come. The scientific evidence is clear: if we fail to act on climate change, the world as we know it may soon come to an end. It is up to us to take the necessary steps to safeguard our planet and secure a sustainable future for all.